Yes, anyone?
Domain, sir, the domain of Lucifer Jazzer, sir.
Yes, yes. Actually, in previous lecture we discussed about the uh, composition and some questions on domain of a function. So again, we will try to find some. We will solve finding domain of a function and what are the application of domain of a function. But today's class will be short because next class you have quiz, so we will discuss something about our coming quiz. Okay, thank you. So, who will tell me how we can find the domain function for first one? First question, u of x minus 5 divided by 2x plus 4. This type of function is called rational function because in numerator and also in denominator both we have variable x. So when we have rational function, so what we need actually we need first to factorize, to simplify. If possible, so simplify, factorize these. If not possible, then denominator not equal to 0. Okay, Wali. Okay, excellent. Diva, excellent. So when in this type of question, this must not equal to 0 because the denominator, when denominator equal to 0, then function equal to infinity. So just put the 2x plus 4 is not equal to 0. Transfer 4 to other side, we have 2x not equal to minus 4, and then if you divide both sides by 2, so x not equal to minus 2. So all real number except one value that is minus 2. All real number minus 2. Only minus 2 not possible, the domain function. Okay, now if we have square root, so square root in numerator and square root in denominator. Second one, we have square root value, and this square root value is in denominator. So when we have square root in denominator, so this one not equal to 0 and not equal to minus values. So just put x plus 3 greater than 0. Yes, you need to put greater than 0. Excellent. Excellent, Wali. Yes, thank you, Diva. So if you transfer this other side, x is greater than minus 3. So all values are possible which are greater than minus 3. Domain equal to it, all values in which x is greater than minus 3, like from minus 3 not possible, greater than minus 4 till plus infinity. This is the domain function. Now you can see next one. Now the square root present in numerator. So when we have square root in numerator, then put greater than or equal to 0. So what we have inside the square root, v square plus 2v minus 8, and this should be greater than or equal to 0. 0 also possible, and greater than 0 positive value also possible. Now how we can solve this one? We can factorize, you know that with the help of factorization, completing square and quadratic formula, we can simplify this one, we can factorize this one. So what is the method of factorization? So you know that we multiply a with c, then b. So let's first one v square. This one is a, 2v is b, and 8 is c. Rule is a multiply with c. When a multiply with c, so this one is minus 8v square. V square with minus 8 equal to minus 8 square. What is b? B actually equal to plus 2. So find out two numbers. When you multiply gives you minus 8 v square, and when you add equals to 2v. What are these numbers? So if these numbers are possible, then factorization possible. Otherwise, then you need to solve with the help of quadratic formula or with the help of completing equation. So, A dot C equal to minus 8v square and B is equal to 2v. Two numbers are 4v multiply with 2v but minus 2v. So when you multiply 4v with 2v, result is minus 8v square. When you add 4v with minus 2v, so 4v minus 2v equal to plus 2v, both conditions are satisfied, first one and also second one. Now factorization possible, write down first one. First one is v square, excellent, Diva, excellent. First one is v square plus, now factorize 2v. We can write 2v as in the form of 4v minus 2v. Again, 4 minus 2 equal to plus 2 and minus 8. This one greater than or equal to 0. Taking common in first pair and second pair. What is common? V is common. So we have v plus 4. Same minus 2v minus 8. Again, if we take minus 2 is common. So we have v plus 4 greater than or equal to 0. These must be same. V plus 4, V plus 4. So taking common, V plus 4 is common. Remaining we have V minus 2. V minus 2. And these must be greater than 0. Now separately you can solve like first one. First one we have V plus 4 greater than equal to 0. Second one we have v minus 2 greater than or equal to 0. If you transfer 4 to other side, v is greater than or equal to minus 4, or if you transfer this one, so v is greater than or equal to plus 2. So these values are not possible, like v must be greater than minus 4 or v must be greater than or equal to plus 2. Now these are greater than or equal to, so these are. Now uh, if we have this type of question, f of x is equal to x minus 3 x square minus x minus 12, how we can find? If factorization possible, it's okay. If not possible, then you can put like denominator x square minus x minus 12. This must not equal to 0. So again with the help of factorization, so we have a, b, c, a, then b, and 12 is c. So multiply a with c, a multiply with c, minus 12x square. What is b? B is equal to minus x. Find out two number when you multiply equals 12 and when you add equal to 1, minus 1, minus 12 and minus. So these are actually 4x and minus 3x. Yes, excellent. 4x with minus 3x equal to what? X. Sorry, this one is minus 4x plus 3x. Yes. So minus 4x plus 3x is equal to minus x. Or if you add minus 4x plus 3x equal to what? Equal to minus x. Sorry, what this? First one is actually minus 12x square, minus 12x square. Second one is minus x. So both conditions are satisfied. Minus 12x square and minus x. Now if we factorize, first we have x square. Factorize minus x like 4x plus x plus 3x. Then minus 12. And that one not equal to 0. Taking pair, first pair and second pair common, we have x minus 4 plus we have common 3 x minus 4 not equal to 0. We have x minus 4 common, so x minus 4, then we have what? X plus 3. x with 3. These must be greater than 0. So first one, x minus 4 greater than 0, not equal to 0, and x plus 3 not equal to 0. These two conditions possible. This one or this one. If you transfer minus 4, so x not equal to plus 4. And second one, if you transfer x not equal to minus 3. Yes. So possible values are x not equal to 0 and x not equal to minus 3. So these both values are not possible. Minus 3 and 4 not are possible. When you put x is equal to 4 or minus 3, this function will be infinity. Clear, guys? Any question regarding finding domain?
Clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir, it's clear, but the values that you give to the x squared minus x minus 12, the a, b, and c. So this is the formula that we have to multiply a with c and take the b separately.
Yes, of course, this is a rule actually. A multiply with C and B. Find two number. When you multiply gives you A dot C, and when you add gives you B. So these conditions satisfy, then you can solve with the help of factorization. If not,
Okay, sir.
yes.
Thank you.
What are the implication of finding domain? You can see here this question. Joey had a summer job that pays $7 an hour, and he worked between 15 and 35 hours every week. His weekly salary can be modeled by equation S is equal to 7H, where is his weekly salary and H is the number of hours he worked in a week. What are the reasonable domain and range? Listen, we have equation S is equal to what? S is equal to, S means salary, equal to 7H, where H is hour, like per hour. So these are actually number of hour. H is number of hour. Per hour salary is 7. So if you work for 1 hour, 7 multiply with 1 equal to 7. If you work for 10 hour, 7 multiply with 10 equal to what? 70. If you multiply 7 with 20 hour, so equal to what? 140. You can see here that he worked between 15 and 35. These are work hour H. Range of H is from 15 till 35. Okay, so how to find domain and range values for this one? Now, before starting this question, we have two variable. One is dependent variable and second one is independent variable. Which one is dependent and which one is independent? Salary and hours. Work hours. Which one is dependent? Salary depend upon work hours or work hour yes.
Salary is dependent, sir.
Yes, excellent, excellent. S is dependent. Salary depend upon your work hour. Yes, if you change your work hour, so your salary will increase. Excellent. Now you can see here, what are the possible values of H? H is actually like X. This is dependent variable. S is like Y, and this is actually independent variable. So X is actually the input values, X is domain, and what is Y? Y, you know that this is range. So what are the values of X? H. You know that H range is from 15 to 35 hours. Yes. He worked between 15 and 35 hours. So your domain is from 15 till 35 hours. This one is your domain starting from 15 till 35. Domain these possible because you can work from 15 till 15, 16, 17 up to 35 hours. So domain is 15 to 35. What about range? Range value, if you first put H is equal to, if you put h is equal to 15, so what will this function gives you? This function gives you s is equal to 7 multiply with 15, and 7 multiply with 15 I think equal to 105. If you put h highest value 35 hours, so what this function will give you? This function gives you 7 multiply with 35, and 7 multiply with 35 equal to 7 multiply 35 245. These are actually range values 245. So domain all h value range is from 15 till 35. What about range? Range y values, and y values are, you can say, celery range from 105 till 245. So this one is range, possible values of x and possible values of y. If, let's suppose, this range is not given like 15 to 35, so in per week, so how many hours in 1 week? How much she can work? We have 7 days per week. 7 multiply with 24 hours, 168. X value 168. She can work 168 possible days, possible number of hours. So same, if you multiply 168 with 7, this will give you range of his salary. So this is an example of what? This is an example of domain. What is domain and what is range? Okay, excellent, excellent, Wali. Next example, same next example, you can see here. Andrea is selling candle as a fundraiser. She spent 50 on supplies for making the candles. She plans to sell the candles for 10 each. The function of her revenues can be modeled by R is equal to 10x minus 50. Okay, revenue function, revenue from x candle, x means number of candle. 10x means that price of per candle is 10, so 10 multiply with x means x is 1 2 3 number of candles, minus 50. Why this minus 50? Because she already spent 50 for on supplies for making candles. Now what are the domain and range? So x value, domain and range. For example, if she sell x is equal to 0, 0 candles, so what will be the revenue? Revenue from 0 candle equal to what? 10 multiply with 0, 0. So we have only minus 50. Up to infinity, she can the sell 1, same 2, 3, 4, like she can sell 100, it depend upon number, but x value can be possible from 1, sorry, from 0 till plus infinity. Same range value. So all the values for x equal to domain value. She can sell 0. She can sell 1, 2, 3 up to, like for example, plus infinity. Same, what will be the range? So same, if you put 0 is equal to 1, then for example 1, then 2, smallest possible value when x is equal to, when she has no sale, equal to what? Minus 50. As sale is increasing, so the range value is also increasing till plus infinity. So domain 0 to plus infinity, range from minus 50 till plus infinity. In this case, negative values are not possible for x. You cannot say that x is equal to minus 1. Correct? Because you will start from 0. Number of candles. 0 cell, 1 cell, 2, 3 up to infinity. Negative cell not possible. So this is a function of, this is example of how to find domain and range. Yeah, what is actually domain and what is actually range. We have third example, finding domain in range. You can see here a ball was thrown into the air with an initial velocity of 72 feet per second. Height function is given. Height is equal to 72t minus 16t square. This one. This is height. Graph is also given. Describe the dependent variable for this problem. Which one is dependent? Height and time. Ball is thrown upward. Now height covered depend upon time or time depend upon height cover. Which one is dependent and which one is independent? Yes. Okay. Yes. Excellent.
Height is dependent on the time, sir.
Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Thank you, Diva and Sabaun. Excellent. Sayed. Excellent. So dependent and independent variable H depend on T. T is time. How you can find the domain and range? So you can try this one. Find how to find domain and how you can find the range. You can also find domain and range from graph. All x values, these are actually domain, and all y values are, you can say that all values on x-axis domain value, all values on y-axis equal to range values. You can see on x-axis domain starting from 0 till what? Till you can see here, let's suppose this is 4.5. So from 0 till 4.5. If this graph is like this one, graph is like you have you reach 6. So then domain is from 0 till 6 value. Now what about y value? So y value distance cover on y-axis, like starting from 0 on y-axis reached where? You can see here. Yes, you can see 8 points, 80 point something, this value. So all these values is actually range values. You can say from 82 or 83 or you can say 85, from 85 till negative infinity, because graph is like graph open downward. So all these value also included. But you can try this one. This was just a review from how to find domain. Yeah, what are the examples of domain? Real life example of domain and range. Next topic we have inverse function. This is new topic for today. Inverse function actually, two functions are inverse when one function domain equal to range of second function and domain of second equal to range of first function. These two are called inverse of each other. Let's suppose we have one example, x and y, and second one we have y and x. When you give x is equal to 0, y is 5, 1, y is 10, when 2, y is 15, and when x is 3, y is 20. One image is 5, sorry, 0, 5, 1, 10, 2, 15, 3, 20. Same. And next one, and next function, when you give y is equal to 5, x will be 0. If you give y is equal to 10, what will be the x value? 1. Same, if you give 15, this will give you 2. When you give 20, so this will give you 20. So with this one, 2, this one is 3. This one is 3. So you can see here, the domain of one equal to what? Equal to range of second one. And range of second one equal to domain. A domain of second one equal to range of first one. So these two functions, these type of functions are called inverse of each other. Now example for inverse of each inverse of a function. If we take one example, like we have y is equal to 2x plus 1. This is one function. Second one is x is equal to y minus 1 divided by 2. These are inverse of each other. And you will see when you give x value, y value, so these will be same. For example, for first one, x with y, x and y, when x is equal to 0, what is the value of y? 1. When x is equal to 1, then y equal to 3. When x is equal to 2, equal to 5. When x is equal to 3, this one equal to 7. And when x is 4, equal to 9. Now, if you give range values, like starting from 1, when you give y is equal to 1 to second function, this will give you 0. X is equal to y is 1 minus 1 divided by 2. 1 minus 1, 0 divided by 2, 0 divided by 2 equal to 0. X is 1, y is equal to 0. Same when you give x is equal to 3, this will give you 1 value. X is equal to 3 minus 1 divided by 2. This means 2 divided by 2 equal to what? 1. When you give x is equal to 5, this will give you 2. Like x is equal to 5 minus 1 divided by 2. 5 minus 1 is 4 divided by 2 equal to 2. So domain of first equal to range of second, and range of first equal to domain of first. So these type of functions are called inverse of each other. Clear, guys? Any question, any doubt about inverse function?
No, sir, clear. Thank you.
Okay.
No, sir. Thank you.
Great, excellent. Okay, now how we can find inverse function? There are only 3 steps, simple steps finding inverse of a function. Like if you are given the function f of x is equal to 2x minus 1. How to find inverse? Step number first. Step number first is f of x replace with y. Replace f of x with y. This is step number first. So write down f of x. Now you have y is equal to 2x minus 1. Step number first, replace f of x, g of x or h of x, name of function with y. Second step is now interchanging value of x and y, changing place of x and y. Yes. Of x and y. We have y, so write down x. We have 2x, so write down 2y. Now we interchange the value of x and y. We replace x with y and y with x. Step number second. Now in step number third, find the value of y. Find y. This is step number third. We have x equal to 2y minus 1, so we need to find y value. So transfer minus 1 to this side, we have x plus 1 equal to 2y. Again divide both sides by 2. So 2 cancel with 2. We have y equal to x plus 1 divided by 2. And we call this inverse function. F of minus 1 with x, inverse function. Only 3 steps. First one, replace f of x with y. Then replacing x, y, interchanging x with y. Third one, find the value of y. Now another example, same example, h of x is equal to 3x minus 4. Step number first is replacing h of x with y. So write down y is equal to 3x minus 4. This is step number first. Now step number 2, replacing x with y, interchanging x, y value. Where we have y, write down x, and where we have x, write down y minus 4. Step number third, now find the value of y, so transfer minus 4 to other side, x plus 4 equal to 3y, and then divide both sides by 3. So 3 cancel with 3. We have y is equal to x plus 4 divided by 3. Now we can write like f minus 1. This is minus means inverse. F inverse x is equal to what? X plus 4 divided by 3. Inverse of this one also clear? Yes, guys. 3 steps clear how to find inverse of a function?
Yes, sir.
Great, excellent, excellent.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Thank
Thank you.
thank you. We have m of t. Now we have t here, correct? X or t, 9 minus 3t. So first step, replace with y. Y is equal to 9 minus 3t. Now x is equal to t. Now replace t with y and y with t. Correct? So we have t here. 9 minus 3t. Sorry, this one is 9 minus 3y. And if you take square on both sides, this will be t square. And on this side, if you take square, so square cancel with this one. We have 9 minus 3y. Transferring 9 to this side, we have t square minus 9 equal to minus 3y. And dividing both sides by minus 3. Minus 3 cancel with minus 3. Y is equal to t square minus 9 divided by 3. But this minus actually with total function. Y is equal to, if you write here, so this will be minus t square plus 9 divided by 3. This is actually inverse function.
So we have less than 1 minute.
Yes, yes. So we have actually only one problem remaining. So join just for 5 minutes, then it's enough for today.
Again from this link, right, sir?
Same, yes. Thank you.
Okay, sir.